Good evening and welcome to Side21 and tonight's episode of The Black Hand of Fate. If this is your first time catching us on this series, this is our evil campaign. This is where our players are not necessarily playing the good guys this time around. So on that note, let's go ahead and introduce our players for this evening.
My name is Jason. I'm playing Shetic, your Fey-touched wizard necromancer.
Hi, I'm Aaron Hammontre, and I'm playing Bojack Horse Puncher, a dwarf barbarian.
I'm Jaco, and I'm playing Timber 2, the Tabaxi Ranger turned rogue.
My name's Hunter Douglas, and I'm playing Vorn Lochar, the Reborn Warlock.
Alrighty, if you don't get a chance to catch us on Twitch on Wednesdays, we have our follow-up broadcasts on YouTube every Thursday, where you can also catch all of our VODs, including the 3-part Celestial Frontiers series that we just finished. That's our Astral Sea series, where we explore the depths of space. So yeah, go check that out. And on that note, I believe that concludes our announcements. So let's go ahead and jump into tonight's episode of The Black Hand of Fate. Alrighty. Where last we left off, our heroes, our anti-heroes, our bad guys, the members of the Black Hand, trying to free Bane from the Outer Realms and bring him onto the material plane, got their second key. They successfully fought a planetar in the basement of the Temple of Saloon, had some other trials and tribulations with lycanthropy and gelatinous cubes. Nevertheless, made their way back to the Sanctum Spire in a very familiar location to them in the subterranean, the sewer tunnels of the city of High Moon. They all went to have a nice long rest after their terrible battle, some more needing of rest than others, Shetic. And some things happened. In the wee hours of the morning, our Tabaxi, Timber, was tossing and turning in his sleep and found himself in a strange vision of a dream where he was falling amongst first tiny pieces of fabric that eventually coalesced and combined with each other to create almost a tunnel of woven fabric that he was falling through. He began to hear the voice of his father, and as the strands of this tunnel snapped out like snakes to bind him by the forearms and wrists into a cross-like position, he felt a new energy and a new state of mind begin to develop within himself. And that seemed to be part of a larger advancement in power that took place amongst the whole party as they leveled up. After discussing a plan for the day the following morning, however, they made their way to the market district, and they were able to pick up some spell components and sell off some of the beautifully ornate, unfathomably valuable diamond moon moon-shaped diamonds that they were able to use some of the funds. A staff was gotten, some magical ink was gotten, a few other spell components for Vorn, and then they made their way to the Temple of Mithrian Sarath, a place that Vorn and Timber have been a few times at this point, inside, outside, and the like. However, with a clever use of the Detect Magic spell, a strange box-like area behind the temple right up against its back wall was discovered, and it seemed to be hiding a cellar door that had quite a stout lock on it. After several attempts to open the lock with lock-picking tools, all unsuccessful, resulting in one set of broken lockpicks as well, Vorn decided to reach down, grab Bojack, and has dimension doored themselves inside this cellar staircase. And that is where we'll pick up as Bojack's sword mid-air comes down and crashes against these two doors here. Make a damage roll with your weapon, please.
Roar! 18.
18 to hit or 18 points of damage?
18 points of damage. Do you need me to roll a hit?
No, I just wanted to make sure. You strike the door, and it's a sword, right? So the tip of the sword, you definitely get it buried into the wood of this door, but it's a pretty stout and thick cellar door. It doesn't burst into splinters by any means. Your tip of your sword, though, is buried, like an inch into, not an inch, maybe like half an inch into this door.
You almost
Do
got
we
it.
hear that from the outside?
You absolutely do.
Try to maybe pry it open and break it.
But you don't see anything.
Can I use just this freaking massive greatsword as like a pry bar and try to like force something to give?
I'm gonna kind of like get behind
make-
him too and try to like pull his body with the leverage.
Make a strength check.
And how loud is this from the outside, hearing them do all this?
Yeah, is there like windows that I could see inside the temple?
Similar to the way that the rear part of the Temple of Saloon was, there's no like clear windows. You do see some stained glass windows. There's some what look like maybe clear windows set up on the roof, but just kind of stained glass here on the outside. So looking through them, not so much, but I mean it's definitely making noise.
And then you have Vorn hears like a soft grunt and just goes, "Right, here we go!" And I got a 20.
Nice.
A dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
You start to hear creaking, but you're not able to. It's like you can hear the stress in the wood and like the thick like hinges of like iron that hold this door to the frame of the cellar entrance. But yeah, it's not even with a dirty 20. Like you're not getting that enough leverage. It's just the door is too strong, basically.
So you hear, so he hears a more exasperated grunt, and I just go, "Right, fuck it!" And I just take my great axe and I just smash it into the great sword to try to send the great sword like all the way through the door.
Okay. I'll say roll to hit for this because you're trying to hit a sword. It's a smaller thing. It's not the entire
17.
wall. With a 17, I'll say you strike true and you hit like the flat side of your great axe, right where it meets the part that you hold, like the handle of it. And so it's like the thickest part of the axe, and you treat it almost like a hammer. Roll damage.
Big damage, big damage.
Nope, but it is 12 still.
I will say, those of you outside, you see just the tiniest little triangle of steel just come out of thin air. It's just looks like it's floating there in the like low ground area.
Like, so Vorn is through all of that, and at this point, I just turn back to him and I'm like, "It's stuck."
But the handle is still like on our side.
Yeah. He just got like maybe a inch and a half, 2 inches of the blade through the door with that strike.
I want to try something. It might make it a little bit easier for you to pry this thing open. And I'm gonna reach out and cast Chill Touch on the door.
Bro, I was about to do the same thing from my side. Fuck yeah.
This confused me at first. While it does sound like ice damage, it is necrotic. So I'm hoping like maybe I can like wither this door down a little bit.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck yeah.
Is that a damage roll associated with that?
It is an attack roll and damage. Yep.
Okay, yeah. Just go ahead. I will say you reach out and physically touch it. I won't make you like roll to hit or anything like that. So yeah, just give me damage on that.
Okay, so it is when you reach levels 5. It's 2d10. That's going to be 6 necrotic damage.
I will say from your side, it doesn't seem to have much an effect. And as you get a closer look, because you're touching this wood, you can feel that it's got like varnish on it, and it's like, this is a heavy, thick cellar door. Like you would say, like the width of these pieces of timber that are like, they're held by like iron bands that go across them. You would, necrotic is, kind of like life-sucking energy, and it just doesn't seem to be having too much of an effect.
Okay.
I imagine at this point I'm just mad, and like my character's grabbed the handle and is just like hanging from it, like with his feet on the cellar door. Like, have you seen that shaking image? I just imagine him doing that upside down.
I'm gonna cast a message out to Shetic. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Are you trying to pull it out, or are you just trying to like wiggle it back and forth?
I mean, both, but mostly just like wiggle it back and forth.
Okay, make a strength check for me.
21.
Which is 1 point higher than your last one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you pull it out and you like roll down the stairs like 10 feet. I'm gonna say you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as because right, it's like fighting you. It's like so you start to pull a little stronger and you still can't get it. You're like, okay, you like wipe your forehead and like really dig your feet in, and it comes loose all at once, and yeah, you go rolling down like the next 10 steps or so.
You just get a blimey, cry.
Be quiet. You don't know how acoustic this is. I'm gonna use message and cast to Shetic. This doesn't seem to be working. I don't think Bojack's on his A game today.
Tell Bojack to sit back for a few minutes. I'm going to suggest Timber try this lockpick one more time. We'll knock 3 times, means to keep batting at it or come back up. Your choice.
All right.
And that's my message. I'm going to immediately turn around, and Timber, Bojack should be away from stabbing the door for a few minutes if you want to try lockpicking one last time. I don't know what else we have.
Yeah, the problem with that is that Corn is the only one that can see it.
I'll say you know where it is now. You can reach down and feel for it.
Okay, well then
it's just gonna be like you're like holding something invisible. You know what I mean? So it's like you can feel it. So it's gonna take a little mental work to like get the idea.
If only we had that stuff.
Can I also cast detect magic at first level?
Roll a d20.
Okay.
He's starting to believe.
I was like, let me give this a shot. Corn did it easy. And that's going to be a good old 10. It's a strong 10, though.
Yeah, it's a strong 10.
It's one of those strong 10s.
You take 11 points of psychic damage. And the spell you don't see anything.
Sweet.
Ow.
Make a insight check for me, Timber.
Wait, what did you roll for? Because detect magic isn't a roll.
Or you can make an Arcana check.
It's because I'm not good at magic. Arcana?
Or you can make an insight check. Your choice.
Yeah, insight for sure. That's going to be a 17.
So yeah, and you kind of already said it already. You get the sense that because you've lived all your life, right? You weren't, when you became like the ranger that you are now, you didn't start practicing early. You know, you completely just didn't have, that was a buried ability in you. It didn't, you're a late bloomer in that regard. And this is something, it's like, you know, trying to ride a bike. Like, you know, you're going to fall over a couple times.
Yeah. All right, well, I'll try to pick this lock. Might as well with disadvantage.
It is with disadvantage, yes.
Yeah, no, it's a 7.
Damn it.
7.
Not even close, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've raised the DC of this lock like 30 times by now.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Above table, it was a DC 25. So
yeah, there's no way.
It did not start as 25.
Okay. I'll just knock 30 times, I guess.
Well, hold on.
Wait, you knocked 3 times?
Are you consulting me before you do that, or are you just doing it?
Yeah, I mean, what do you? I don't know.
I mean, I identify is typically used like for an object. Is there any way I could use it on whatever this is and like figure out what level spell it is or what the fuck is going on here? If I do dispel it, is it going to unlock this door?
Can you see?
Make an Arcana check before any of that.
29.
Damn.
Lord, You get the sense, in fact, you are fairly certain with a 29 that the illusion magic that is hiding this cellar door is a separate thing from the stoutness and just man-made security that is keeping this thing closed for you guys.
So the lock itself isn't like magic. It's just a good lock that we can't see.
It doesn't appear to be. With a 29, you're fairly certain it's not. I mean, you didn't cast detect magic, but
Okay. Fuck, dude.
While they're doing that,
guess.
can I look down here and see if there's anything down in this like corridor that we can maybe use to like help us out with like getting this door unlocked or broken or anything?
make a
Is there-
perception check.
Is there a key on the other side of that door that he can portal walk through the door and use?
Did they put the key on the other side of the door?
17.
I mean, if it's a padlock, you can do it. Leave the key there and then accidentally lock it.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
17.
Vorn? 17. You're looking around. I mean, it's a pretty. See a lot of dust. It looks. I will say it looks very. Excuse me.
Yes.
Very not recently used. But you're not seeing anything besides stairs and a descending tunnel. What's the range on your dark vision?
Mine is I have Devil's Sight, which is a little bit different.
Yeah, my dark
and it
vision's only
says,
120.
Yeah, 120.
Yeah. So even as you look down and it just disappears into darkness. Eventually, getting past your range.
We might need help from someone inside of the Temple of Matherian.
Well, didn't you and Vorn fuck that up?
Bojack, I will say you're kind of like making your
Vorn
way
did.
back
I
up
did
now
not.
from rolling down the stairs, and you're thinking to yourself like, this thing, like my sword went through this thing. Like, it's not impenetrable, but
I
it's
mean,
just strong.
Just
Yeah.
waiting on them knocks.
Yeah, I guess at this point I can't. The only thing I have is a complete crapshoot that's going to involve 20 minutes of me ritually casting a phantom steed and hoping it can break through. So
Fuck no.
yeah, complete crapshoot.
I mean,
so I say
I
knock.
also have a crowbar. Could try to get it in there.
Hey, you know, Bojack mentioned something about crowbar. He is right about the donation boxes. He
That's
was right
real.
about something at the store. I forgot what it was, but it was really impressive.
I mean, I can get a crowbar underneath this lock and try it. My strength is not awesome though. So
I can help you.
I'm just a little kitten.
I'll pull
so
it with you,
I
man.
don't know.
I hear you,
All
man.
right.
I'm just a wizard, man.
All right, so can we try that strength?
Okay, yeah, we're gonna say like you jam the crowbar like into where you know like the. Are you trying to break the lock off?
Or like what is holding the lock onto the wood? You know, like the screws or nails or something that is.
What if you jammed it where the sword came through, and maybe we could pry off a board?
I don't think we'll be able to pry off a board. If you're thinking about construction, there's probably locks that are connected where the lock is going in, and if I could just get one of those off from the wood.
I mean, above
Yeah,
table.
you don't know. You haven't really seen it. So
Above table, I've been doing construction for 16 years, and a lot of that shit's just kind of nails and hope.
Yeah. But these are
how many years of Faerunian construction do you have?
I know. I can tell you a lot about concrete construction.
yeah. I can tell you a lot about wood construction. I think the lock that's probably the weak point is what is screwed in that the lock is actually holding.
Okay. Look, man. It's your crowbar.
I feel
I'm just helping you pull it, man.
I feel like that's it.
Let's do it.
He's taking
I'm
a
with
long
you.
time to try this lock. Are you okay?
We're working here.
We're working
my
here.
pride is wounded more than my butt.
Nah, fair enough.
All right, let's do it, man. Fucking
All right, let's
Cat-
try it. One
cat and twig boy.
Okay, so roll a strength check with advantage. As you
What's your strength? Hold on, who's rolling this?
Probably not the wizard. Let's be fair.
I don't know. What? Because
I'm just as bad as you, but I'll try.
are you -1 too? Oh no!
Yeah.
All right, get that nat 20,
I'll
baby.
do it. I'll do it. Yeah. Boom. Nat 20.
Oh, my God.
It really was.
That's crazy.
Nat 20, but -1, so it's 19. But it was a nat 20.
That's crazy. D&D Beyond New.
With a natural 20, you jam your crowbar in, and you can't. And I'm gonna say this is why this happens. You can't even see what you're doing. Like you're like, oh, the lock's here. Like I can't like visualize this at all because it's literally invisible. And it's like when they shot the arrow at the one part of the belly of the dragon where the scale was missing, right? Like you find this exact spot, like any other place you could have put this crowbar on this door would not have made any difference. But there was just one section of the stout iron handles halfway down the right side, the third rivet from the top that secures these iron handles to the stout thick wood of the cellar door had become just slightly, and I mean a millimeter loose. And when you shove your crowbar down in there, it hits the wood in such a way that it pops just a little bit off of the wood where the handle is, and your crowbar digs in and just bites into where that rivet and wood and metal meet. And you guys like start to put your weight on it to like the leverage to like lift up on the other side, and Shetic just kind of like pushing down on your shoulders. And if anybody happened to see this from outside, it's just like a small tabaxi rogue with like this weird looking tall wizard like pushing down on his shoulders, prying at something on a crowbar that is in the middle of the air, because to everyone here this is just invisible.
Two people have definitely never fucking used a crowbar before.
But as you guys defeat the weakness of your physical stature in this moment, you hear this like pop, this like release of where this handle is, and you can feel that your crowbar digs in even deeper as it becomes more and more loose. And you like turn around and look at Shetic. You're like, "We're doing it!" and you put just like one more. You guys kind of like jump up right together, and land down back on the ground, pushing down with all your force. And one of the handles completely comes loose, and you can hear the sound of clanking metal against metal as the handles and the lock itself separate from the right side of the door. So now on the left side of the door, if you were able to see it, would be an iron handle with a padlock on it, and there's just another iron handle floating loose inside that padlock as well. And the right side of the door is now free of locking.
Yeah,
I open the door and I'm just like, flex. I told you I'm a god now.
Yeah,
I loosened it for you.
You see Shetic up there kissing his
teamwork.
non-existent muscles. Fucking clearly never use a crowbar, just pushing you down into the ground, dude.
Great job.
Teamwork, man. We did it.
I can
That's
only
crazy.
assume this was beautiful from the sound it made and here.
It was magical for sure.
We'll get in here.
Not
Stop
a
standing up
sight.
there.
Yep, let's go.
Yeah, let's go investigate. It's Doc.
Before we get too far, I would love, a little time to just up my my energy, my magical energy a little bit.
No, I'm pumped up, man. Let's go.
I
We
think
can
we
take
should-
anybody right now.
I
We can
feel
take
him, dude.
anybody.
I fucking feel Timber. For the first time that I've been working with him, Shetic's just absolutely feeling Timber like, fuck yeah, bro, like Jim Bro.
I have never looked
The
prouder.
weakest one.
Something I attacked vigorously, they popped open. I'm just like, hell yeah.
Yeah, Shetic knows he'll never meet the same height of like physical, just
No way. We just peaked for sure.
I'm gonna sit down and start resting.
Yeah, what are we doing? Are we doing are you trying to chill for
Oh,
like,
yeah,
Yeah,
an
I
hour?
definitely shut the door. I definitely shut the door behind us.
It's probably for the better that we maybe the dispel didn't work. Now at least we're still kind of hidden.
I mean, I'm down to fucking
Yeah.
take a little short rest, get some spell slits back.
Sure.
I mean, I don't-
I'll wait.
Rest is for the weak. I can stay
Yeah,
watch.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't need to sleep or anything. I just need to like kick it for an hour.
Just gonna sit on the stairs.
Kind of revel in this like little victory that we have right now.
All right, we kicking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shetic pulls out some gnarly devil's weed.
You got it.
No.
Yeah. So, can we complete a short rest?
Rest.
Yeah, you guys take an hour here at the top of the staircase to do your short rest.
Great. I have my 2 slots back.
Yeah, that's sick.
All right. I want to start sneaking down this staircase.
Does anybody not have the ability to see in the dark?
I don't. I can't see shit.
Maybe it's best to
I
stay
can.
behind a little bit anyways. Or at least in the back.
Are you guys against me lighting a torch?
For now, yeah,
Yes.
I would say. Let me scout ahead a little bit, sneaky style. See what I can see.
As you make your way down the staircase with the rest of your party, slowly kind of following you, Timber, you see it first, but you're on like a traditional diagonal sloped staircase that's just going into the earth, and you guys walk for 300, 400, 500 feet down into the earth, and eventually the sloping staircase lands on a platform, like a 10 by 10 kind of space with walls, and you can see that a now spiral staircase is in the floor, similar to the one that you used to get down into the Temple of Saloon, at the base of where the diagonal staircase. And so it was like kind of going down at an angle, and now it looks like to proceed further, you'll need to go straight down the spiral.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm gonna hide myself a bit just in case we run into something. I'm gonna go invisible.
Does it have like a hole in the center that we like see down, or is it just like a cut staircase?
It's like a cut staircase, yeah. The
Okay.
center is a solid column of stone.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah, I
follow-
guess-
And I
follow
will say-
Timber down.
It looks almost like it was carved out of the like natural rock here. It doesn't look like super worked.
Can I do like a quick I say investigation, but can I look around for like traps, tracks, signs of life other than us before we head down this?
Who's letting me have? Whose shoulder am I holding? Because y'all just had to get in the back, and I can't see shit.
Yeah, you can hold mine.
Got Bojack.
All right.
Make a investigation check.
Bojack's like 2 feet fucking tall. I'm not putting my hand on his shoulder.
3.5, thank you. I rolled okay. I got a 12.
12, I'd say all you can really tell is that there is a layer of dust like here in the space.
Okay.
Like it doesn't look like anybody's been down here in quite some time.
Good job. If Timber, if you go first, I'll be right behind you.
Yeah, I'm heading down stealth style, just to see.
And Shetic has his
Alrighty.
hand on my shoulder, but I am invisible for right now.
It wasn't called Twinkle Toes for nothing, and I try to like stealth down the stairs.
Where are you actually?
I mean, I don't know.
I'm sorry.
If anybody
I-
called me that, I killed them.
Completely my fault. I was looking at the wrong part of my character sheet. I do have dark vision. I ain't touching shit.
Yeah, don't touch me.
My bad,
All right,
guys.
you guys find yourself in this space as you make your way down another like what you would felt like maybe 4 to 5 stories down this spiral staircase.
Oh, what?
Oh man.
Oh goodness.
Sick.
Whoa.
Okay.
Another whelm.
Is this all we're seeing in here?
Yeah, so you guys get down here. You see a narrow kind of hallway that looks like it has maybe some alcove space to the left and the right. You see these gargoyle-like statues that line the wall like every 10 to 15 feet or so on either side. It looks like this area has become ruinous, at least to a degree, over the years. It's cracked stone, some places where it looks like the statues have crumbled. You see stone columns that are kind of supporting the weight of the earth above you. In the middle, you see what looks to be like a desk with like a tattered purple and gold rug that leads up to it, and you can see that there is some sort of book on a pedestal sitting on this desk. Beyond the desk, you see an archway. Above the archway, it is a doored archway with closed doors. Above the doors, you see a stone that looks to be set in the where the keystone of the arch would be, and it is radiating this kind of rainbow light energy. The colors are shifting very rapidly with greens and blues and magentas and purples and yellows. Yeah, that's all you can really see from here.
I'm going to take a moment to cast Detect Magic again, and then I'm gonna immediately cast, which is only 1 minute, Magical Cunning to gain the spell slot back.
Okay.
So I have 9 minutes of Detect Magic, and I'm just gonna kind of go to these side corridors and see if I can get any pings on anything.
Yeah, I want to stealth open this door right here.
These are actually open archways, so there's not actually a door there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well then, yeah, I want to go into here.
Okay, yeah, we'll say you kind of start down this way as well.
I want to go keep out these statues, so I'm gonna head up this way. Opposite
All right,
side.
perfect. Yeah. We'll say you guys, you make your way around this space, and the only magic, and I'll just go ahead and open this up here as you guys explore this space. Oops. Wait, no. Yeah, that's right. And yeah, you find several rooms. They've got, some have like some crates and look like old ale barrels that are seem empty. There's some like rugs and things on the floor. Overall, not really finding too much. The only things that are pinging your detect magic here are the book and the stone above the door, and the door itself.
I guess I could have guessed that. Just making sure. I'd like to go up towards the book and just take a look and see what kind of book it is, generally. What kind of like magic does it give off?
This right here.
It gives off
Probably have to look up this.
abjuration.
I don't even know what that is.
Make an Arcana check.
Have you relayed that it's given off abjuration, so I can try for an Arcana?
Yeah, sure. But I rolled a natural 1 in trying to decipher what part of abjuration it was, so I can't.
I got a 15, if that can tell me.
I will say, Shetic, abjuration magic's typically a protection magic.
There's some sort of... It's protecting something. That's the book that's giving that off?
Everything. The book, the door, and the rainbow gem above it.
Without flipping any pages, can you read what the book says?
What languages do you speak?
I speak Abyssal, Common, Elvish, and Undercommon.
It is written in Elvish.
Nice.
And it says the following. It says... Those in possession of the Arclight amulet may pass through these doors unharmed. Those who do not possess the Arclight amulet will find nothing but their doom through these doors. And then below those paragraphs, there is a phrase.
I'm reading this aloud in Elvish.
What stupid crap are you saying?
And the phrase says Latya, Latya, Findi, Fende.
I do not speak Elvish, so I understood none of that.
Latia Fendi.
What gobbledygook ye be speaking?
I will say, as you read that in your head, you know that that means open door. So essentially, those that possess the Arclight Amulet may proceed through here unscathed. If you do not possess the Arclight Amulet, this will surely spell your doom, and then it says Latya Fende underneath.
Could I examine the door without passing through it and see if it's maybe something I could take a shot at dispelling?
Make an Arcana check on the door.
I'm gonna relay this about the amulet to Timber and Bojack. Maybe you can check around and see if there's an amulet laying around by chance.
Yeah.
What's
I'm
in that
gonna
one
go
for a
check
13,
out
if that means
chest.
anything?
I will say, even with the nat one, I mean, this seems like a very powerful magical enchantment that's in place here. You think the odds of dispelling it are pretty low?
I figured as much, but worth asking.
Can I go check in this room at these crates and stuff, or any amulet or anything?
Yeah, I'll say just making a general investigation check as you move around the room, looking through the kind of somewhat broken and decaying boxes and crates that are in here.
I'm gonna
See,
make
and I was
It's a dirty
do the
20.
same in this room up here, if that's cool.
And I was hoping I could do the same in like the rubble room,
Sure.
since I can muscle my way through the rubble.
I
got
guess
a
that
7.
leaves me with the last room. Timber got a dirty 20, didn't you?
Yeah, I got a dirty 20.
I got a 5.
And I got a 16.
I'll say as a team effort, you guys are moving around the room, kind of looking for what Vorn described, an Arclight Amulet. This doesn't appear to be anything of value in this room.
As we regroup, I'm definitely going to ask Timber and Vorn, did you guys see anybody wearing an amulet when you were in the temple? I know you...
That's a good question.
Think back to
Yeah.
what that guy looked like, that cleric up there.
Yeah.
If he had an amulet.
Make a
Not that I
history
would-
check.
Yeah, not that we would know what it looks like, but if they're wearing an amulet, it's a good starting point.
I got 11.
I got a natural 1.
I pushed on Timber's shoulders while he was making that history check. Does that help?
What?
It worked with the crowbar.
Yeah.
It worked with the crowbar.
On the Bojack logic, it worked once. It must work everywhere.
You guys don't remember him wearing any specific jewelry of any kind?
Alright, well, I say we go through the door.
So,
Okay,
uh,
Timber. I
what's
got a
up
way
with
that we might
these
be.
busted statues on the side first?
They appear to just be piles of rubble that you can kind of gather based on the positioning and composition of the stone that they were one of these like kind of gargoyle statues that made it onto either side. I will say they kind of look more like avian, like more bird-like, like kind of like bird-based gargoyles.
Is there like one mostly intact? Because like, what if it's in it or something? Like what if it's a trick through magic and like it's in the thing?
I
So-
am going to take a
I have a
moment to
question.
myself and contact Patron.
Nice.
Okay.
Is that a ritual, or does that take a little bit?
It is a ritual.
Okay. Wall of Force, I can summon it into a dome or a globe with a radius up to 10 feet. It's basically an invisible force field that I can shape into a dome. Could I hamster ball it and walk it?
Let me look at the spell.
Ooh, you wanna?
Because
Hey,
it's a
what?
pretty solid spell, but
Hey, why don't we try something a little less organic and like huck a chair through it first?
Yeah, go for it, man. Throw a chair. I like that idea,
Maybe
honestly.
you just put it in and pull it out so you can actually see what happens to it.
No.
Okay. Don't think that's.
Well, I want to come grab like some furniture, any pieces of wood that are left intact, and I want to come poke the wall, the magic barrier.
You just want to like reach out with
I-
the chair leg and poke it?
Yeah, I want to see like if it melts or if I light on fire or explode, like if it disintegrates.
Like
the
he
chair.
puts it through to see if anything happens to it.
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. The chair just kind of hits the door and makes like a kind of
Oh, we
stone
gotta
on
open
wood
this door.
sound.
Oh, does it not even like go? Is it like a full door or is it like an illusory thing? I imagine like an illusory door.
As far as you can tell, I mean, you can see it. It looks like and the chair hit it. It looks like a
It's a
true
full-ass door.
stone door.
We gotta open the door.
So I'm gonna contact Patron.
Mm-hmm.
Take a moment to myself. A shadow does the thing. I'm enveloped in webs. And I'm gonna talk to Loth. Loth, we're at the cusp of this doorway. There was a bit of a message on what can happen if we don't get in with the right components. So I'm wondering if is the Arclight amulet down here with us to where we could retrieve it.
You have cast the spell a few times, and you know that affirmative answers typically come with the feeling of a warm embrace. You do not feel that in this moment.
Is there any way to get through here without the mentioned doom, without this amulet?
You feel an embrace. You feel a warmth surround your figure that you're not accustomed to feeling outside of communion with your deity.
Is the Arclight amulet within the temple above?
You feel the warmth withdraw.
I would have felt stupid if it was.
Should have looked at that library more.
No. I don't know what else to ask.
Will we just die if we go through the door?
Will we take more than 50 points of damage?
Is that what you think I should ask?
I don't know. I've never talked to a god. I like
I
shoot
have-
Timber a dirty look.
I've talked to the gods,
Talk to me, brother.
and sometimes they're kind of convoluted on what they. Once you, but I don't know. They're hard to read.
Is it
What have you
certain
got?
doom if we were to walk through that door right now?
Yeah, but the stupid man with wings told us certain doom, and we kicked his arse.
I'm trying to listen. Shut up.
You do not feel the warm embrace return.
So is that good? It's not certain doom.
Let's do it. That's all I need.
I bet.
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna just come out of this now. Thank you, my queen. I don't think it's certain doom. If we walk through this door, I think it's just implied doom, and we can hold our own.
Timber.
Onward.
I've implied a lot of
Open the
doom.
door.
I'll
Yeah,
look
I'm watching
towards
Timber.
I'll look towards Timber and I'll say, Latia Fende. Which
You say it out loud?
I said it out loud.
As you say these words out loud, you see the stone above the door begin to radiate with an electricity that has the crackle and force. You can smell the ozone in the air as a large lightning bolt erupts out of the stone. The doors swing open, and you hear
Snap. Timber ducks behind this pillar.
as you see a
Oh, whoa.
creature made of a lavender and magenta ball of electricity in the form of a bird fly, exploding out of the crystal. I'll say, as you can hear the tink 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 like sounds of the now no longer lit up crystal fall to the ground. You see this bird made of lightning fly out and look at you guys. And I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
Woo!
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Wing, the span that you're looking up at this thing, and the span between its wings, you would say, is at least 10 feet.
Damn.
Can Timber dump behind this pillar before we get into initiative?
Nope.
Or is it too fast?
Too fast. All right.
Anybody
Bojack.
want to go? I was gonna say I got a 17, but I also have the alert feat. So if anybody wants to swap me,
I would for sure want to swap you, but that's up to you. I got a 5, so.
I'll swap.
Oh, sweet. Well, then 17.
All right. Shetic,
20.
Vorn,
7.
Vorn, I'm able to swap initiatives as well. Do you want to get higher up there?
Up to you. Would you prefer to be second? Because I don't care either way. I mean, later.
No, I guess I can do first.
Okay.
you're keeping it?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it.
I appreciate that.
Aye.
Camaraderie.
Yeah. I just need to get far away.
He's so scared with that 99 health.
Yeah.
99. He's got more health than I do.
Yeah, more health than all of us.
Yeah.
All right, Shetic, your first act, you see this this phoenix-like looking bird that seems to be made of electrical energy, and it's magenta and kind of purple electricity form fly out of this crystal. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna do my usual. I'm gonna poke it with some necrotic damage and see how it reacts.
Fair enough.
I am going to cast. I'm gonna point at it and cast Toll the Dead. And you're just, if I guess no one's there, they can't hear it. But trust me, if you guys were within 10 feet of this thing, you would hear a real ominous bell, and it's a 16 Wisdom save.
Okay. He hits it, just 16, exactly.
I don't think he takes any damage then. I don't think this is a half damage spell.
Cantrips usually aren't.
Yeah, I know. So, no spell slots wasted at least, so that's good.
Anything else, Shetic?
I'm going to take some movement and move back behind. I'm just going to move 15 feet back to this square.
Okay. Timber, you are up.
Yeah, I'm going to first duck behind this gargoyle.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on the guy.
Oh.
Okay.
And with Hunter's Mark, I get the Hunter's Lore, to where I know of any resistances or anything like that. Let me find it exactly. When a creature is marked by your Hunter's Mark, you know whether the creature has any immunity, resistances, vulnerabilities, and if the creature has any, you know what they are.
Okay. You get the sense as you take your cat eyes kind of zoom in and you mark this creature for attack. You sense that it is resistant to thunder, and as well as bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks. And you also get the sense that it is immune from lightning and poison damage. And I think we determined last time you don't get the condition immunities, just the damage ones. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
That's sick that you get that you have that. So awesome.
Rangers have some
Yeah.
great support stuff.
Like I said, I just have to poke and see what my spells do.
So with that knowledge, I'm going to shoot it with my bow.
Yes.
That is a +1 bow, so it's magical. So I guess that works out. That is going to be a 14. Yikes.
14 does not hit as your arrow sails past and goes into the room that's now open.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna for sure try again. And that's going to be a 15.
15 does not hit.
Oh, I'm just all shook up.
We roll like
All right,
ass
well then,
today.
yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna hide out behind this little gargoyle.
All right. That is going to bring up our crazy lightning bird here. It is going to... You see it, like, when it first flew out, it definitely had, like, more of a physical form, but you see this lightning energy begin to crackle and spread kind of just before it was more like an outline that went around the edges. It's now starting to consume its entire form, and it is going to fly into this space here. It doesn't see you, Vorn, but unfortunately that does not matter. It is going for Bojack. However, this is an area of effect. As you are both within 5 feet of it, as it enters your space in this lightning form, you are going to take some damage.
Cool.
That is 12 points of lightning damage. And that is, let's see. That was just its movement. So that was just it moving into your space. It's now going to try and scratch you with its talons as well. This is, we'll say this is just Bojack though. 15 to hit. Very low dice roll.
Yeah, it does not hit.
All right, you're able to just kind of, you're getting shocked just by being in its space, and it kind of, you're like kind of shaking, and as you like, you take like just enough of a step back for it to miss with its talons. Vorn, you're up.
All right, so I'm going to cast my Form of Dread. So I'm going to take that like wait, what is it called? The spider people? Diter? No.
Drider?
Drider. God dang it. The Drider like form where like the arms kind of poke out and like I get the like the 6 or 8 or multiple purple eyes and get all insectoid and creepy looking. And then with that I get 1d10 temp points. So that is going to be 1d10 plus 10. So that is 16. Just mark that right now. And then I'm going to cast Chill Touch on it.
Okay.
It's like within my melee, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then I'm gonna cast Chill Touch. That's a roll to hit, and it's going to be a dirty 20.
A dirty 20 will hit as you reach out and touch it. You'll take another 10 points of lightning damage.
Okay, and then
go ahead and give me damage on your spell.
okay, it is going to be 19 necrotic damage, and it gets pushed back 10 feet from me with my what is it called?
Oh, repulsive blast.
Yeah, repulsive
Sweet.
blast.
That's sweet.
All right, yeah, and you see it kind of caw and make that bird call noise as it takes the necrotic damage and is pushed back. You kind of withdraw your hand and like shake it as you feel like that electrical energy.
It's like
siphoning
staticking off
through
of
you.
like my fingertips, and then it also makes I don't know, it's immunities to conditions, but if it could be frightened, it would make a wisdom saving throw of DC 16.
Okay. 19 on the die.
Gotcha. Okay, so then I'm going to take my full.
You guys know I'm god at rolling
Yeah,
saving
exactly.
throws.
I'm gonna make my way like back to this like corner area as far as I can go, 30 feet,
Okay.
and that's my turn.
So you can get all the way there with 30 feet.
I'll go like maybe here just so I can kind of still see.
Okay.
Perfect.
Alrighty, Bojack, you are up.
Bonus action rage.
No way. No way.
It's the fun one. It's the fun thing.
Wait, you can do that?
I can scream and get stronger, yes.
Lucky.
Which will allow me to, I mean, it doesn't matter, but allow me to instinctually leap. I'm not, because I like the fact that I can just attack at 15 feet. So I'm just going to scream at him, stay planted, and take a swing at this guy.
Okay, yeah. I mean, so describe to me how does that work?
So
Why is your axe all of a sudden 10 feet longer?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, so it's very fun. As part of my class feature for being a World Tree Barbarian, I get battering roots. During my turn, my reach is 10 feet stronger. The actual World Tree pops through my skin and grants me external strength.
Whoa.
And so yeah, it
Man.
adds 10 extra feet to my range. And then if I strike a man, I can make him fall down or push him away.
Okay.
Sick.
Literally, it also gives me the ability to do topple or push as a weapon mastery on top of my already good weapon masteries.
All right, now you're just
Gotcha.
bragging.
I punch really hard now, and I'm going to punch it with a reckless attack.
Let's go.
I grant myself advantage to swing for the fences. Does a 24 hit?
A 24 hits.
Let's go.
Oh, that's beautiful. 24 magical slashing damage.
Got it.
Damn.
As you guys see, Bojack's, it's kind of comical, like this little gnome has got this super long axe that
Oh,
like you
yeah,
can see where the handle ends and like the roots and branches of what look like a tree extend that bottom of that handle even further. So he's got this almost polearm like axe weapon in his hand. And then after he strikes, it shrinks back down to normal, what would be normal size for Bojack, but it looks pretty big still in the hands of this gnome.
I'm Professor Longarms! Take my wrath! And I attack it with my second one.
All right, you see it begin to extend back out. The sound of tree growth.
And 25 to hit.
Hits.
Let's go.
Suffer my wrath! Max damage again! Another 24!
Oh my gosh.
Let's go.
That's max damage twice!
That's crazy.
Just dropped him one hit.
Oh, and he gets to be pushed back an additional 15 feet. Let me check what... I think he has a save he can do. I want to make sure.
Okay.
Push. Nope, it's Topple that has a save. Push moves him 10 feet away.
All right. Anything else for your turn, Bojack?
I'm just going to take like one step and brace myself against like the pillar, and that's where I'll stay.
Oh, that's still a melee attack though, right?
Yes, it is still a melee attack. I just have a long
Okay.
range.
I'll say through both of those hits, you did take 13 points of lightning damage as it ran down the axe and struck you as you were striking him with a melee weapon.
I take it on the chin.
Beautiful. Anything else for you?
Nope, then I just move like one step and like brace myself on the pillar.
Okay, great. Yeah, you get your back up against the pillar. Shetic, you see this happen right in front of your face. What do you do?
I haven't had to ask this question in a long fucking time. How tall is the room we're in?
It's not super tall. You'd say maybe 15 feet.
All right. Shetic is not in the business of dying. He's actually in the business of bringing people back from the dead. Um, I'm gonna use my fancy new shard of glass that I picked up in the street.
Okay.
I'm gonna use it to cast Wall of Force, 20 feet tall, I guess 10 feet wide right here, boop, between these two squares, and there's just an invisible 20-foot tall wall between these two columns that nothing can physically pass through. It's immune to all damage and can't be dispelled by dispel magic. The only spell that can get rid of it is disintegrate.
Okay.
Is disintegrate.
Yep.
Wild.
Yep. That's the only way. So there's now a wall here that you can't see it, but Shetic is feeling much better and protected behind his wall. And I'm just going to take another step back, and that's my turn.
Okay. Yeah. So it's invisible.
It is invisible, and I'm actually going to take my turn to kind of shout out to anyone who's like within immediate, really kind of everybody, and just let them know they get behind here if it looks like shit's going to hit the fan. Maybe we can buy us a little time.
Alrighty, Timber, you are up. You see Shetic do something with the magic, and Bojack use a Inspector Gadget axe. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm not gonna move, so that's gonna give me steady aim, which I have advantage on this shot of my bow that I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Here. And that is going to be a 26 to hit.
26 hits.
Golly, y'all are swinging.
It's what I'm good for.
All right. And then I'm going to shoot, which is going to be 12 points of damage, plus my Colossus Slayer, which is another 2, so 14 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to bonus action hide.
Make a stealth check.
here.
I have to be that guy, but don't you use your bonus action to steady?
Oh yeah, that's right.
I don't think so.
It is.
Is steady aim a bonus action?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't do that. And I just shoot him again.
You could take cover, though, you know.
Well, his
Yeah. That's going to be a 30 to hit.
oh my
30 will
god.
hit.
And that's just going to be another 7 piercing.
Alrighty.
I hope to roll anywhere close to this.
All right, got it. Anything else for you, Timber?
That'll be all.
All right, you're gonna see this bird crackling with lightning energy. You do see get hit with a couple of arrows, and as well as a couple of axe swings. It's going to fly back up between the two of you here, so we'll both get some damage from being in its space. That is, I don't know why I keep putting these dice away. That is, a very high roll. So 15 points of lightning damage to both of you.
I'm
Let's
going
see.
to uncanny dodge that.
Are you able to do that on, it's not an attack roll.
Hits you with an attack, you can take a reaction to have the attack's damage against you round down.
So yeah, that's not an attack, unfortunately. It's
Okay.
just an area of effect
Gotcha.
thing that happens anytime you're in his space.
Alright.
However, now he is going to attack you. Since you were not able to hide, and you hit him with lots of energy. So he is going to claw out at you here. That is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Give me a second. I gotta see if I have this many dice in my tray.
Nice.
I thought it was funny. I'm just gonna have to roll it in stages. I can just Google roll it, I guess.
Stages.
That is going to be 29 points of lightning damage, Timber.
Ooh. Uncanny dodge for sure.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 14.
Yep.
Sweet.
Okay. And that is going to end its turn, I think. Oh, I didn't mention this, but it is there's bright light 15 feet around this creature at all times. And yeah, I think that's gonna do it for the creature. Vorn, you're up.
So I'm gonna take a step out to right here so I can see it, and then I'm gonna take the piece of bone that I got from Shetic and kind of just run it across the black silk cloth that I had tied onto my like sash, and ribbons of black silk, like glowing black silk, is gonna like sprout out of my chest, and I'm gonna cast negative energy flood.
Damn,
So
that
it
sounds
is-
awesome.
So basically, you're just
Hey.
sending him bad vibes.
Yeah, just truly just bad vibes. Like you're killing our vibe, dude. So it's a con 16 save on his part,
Mm-hmm.
and then yeah, you send ribbons of negative energy at one creature you can see within range, which is 60 feet. He does a con saving throw.
He does succeed.
Okay, so he's gonna take half of D12, 5d12,
Okay.
which is gonna be, I can cast that. $28, so 14 necrotic damage. I'm pretty sure necrotic.
Yep.
Yeah, 14 necrotic, and nope, that's it. That's all he does right there. And then he makes a Wisdom 16 saving throw as well.
Just gets it exactly 16.
Okay. And then I'm going to take just a step against this wall right here to kind of hide myself a little bit. That's it.
Alrighty, Bojack, you're up.
All right. But also at the beginning of my turn, since Timber's the only one within 10 feet of me, I give him 3d6 temporary HP.
Hey, appreciate that.
Nice.
So get back 10 HP. 10 HP.
You actually take damage from just starting your turn next to it, so we're gonna roll that as well.
Oh, savage.
13 points of lightning damage, Bojack. You won't take that because it's not your turn, Timber.
Dang, they
well,
take it
I'm
when they
gonna-
start their turn there and when it enters that area?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yup.
brutal.
Well, I'm gonna smack it with my great axe.
Yes.
Take that reckless
And
attack for
hopefully
advantage.
push it back.
Exactly.
Push it into you.
Does a 13 hit?
A 13 does not hit, unfortunately.
Swing wide. Second swing! Come here! Alright, 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
Die, you featherless animal! 22 damage.
Sheesh.
And then I am gonna push it 10 feet back.
Okay.
Sweet. My guy, Bojack.
He's swinging. He's swinging that thing.
Okay, no, and then that is my turn.
All right, and that will bring us back to the top of initiative. You guys are stuck here now in the cellar, the basement, many feet deep under the earth below the Temple of Mithrian Sarath. So far, all you've seen is a lightning-charged, phoenix-like magenta and purple bird do some pretty significant electrical damage, but the swings are coming from the party as well. And that is where we will pick up
Man.
next time.
Aw, man.
Man.
I just got done cracking my knuckles.
Alrighty, thank you so much for watching tonight's episode of The Black Hand of Fate. If you'd like to catch up with us on social media, you can find us at Side21 TV on Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. You can also join up on the Discord server. We'd love to see you there. You can tell us what you liked, tell us what you want to see more of. And we will catch you next time on Side 21. Have a great night. Thanks.